My name is Nai. I'm a senior public health and psychology dual degree candidate from Taunton, Massachusetts, and I am also pursuing a certificate in criminology. So I would say some of my favorite professors on campus have been Eric Cherries and Richard Haljan. With Eric Cherries, I took developmental psychology and I also took forensic psychology, which happened to be my favorite of the two. I think the reason I love his class so much is you can really tell that he cares about his students and that he wants you to learn. Over my 4 years, I've been involved with a lot. So I've worked as a tour guide or an undergraduate representative for the school. I did that because I just wanted a sense of community and connection with people at UMass. I've also worked as the Secretary of Registry for the SGA. That role I was really passionate about because I wanted to get involved with RSOs, and I think a lot of RSOs could use a lot more representation within this SGA, so that's why I joined. I've also done some internships off campus with the Center for Law, Brain and Behavior and the Center for Addiction Medicine, and again, I think I've just taken classes that have sparked this passion in me, so I wanted to pursue that off campus as well. Lastly, I'm also a residential assistant and I work with freshmen in Southwest, and that role has been really rewarding to kind of help freshmen figure out how to navigate campus, and I think I wish I would have had like an older sister, an older sibling when I came here, so being that for someone else has been really great. I'm a part of the Haitian American Student Association, the Students of Caribbean Ancestry, and Day by Day University podcast. So for the Haitian American Student Association, I'm the president, and one of the really big goals I wanted to achieve this year was reactivating our PEACH. So PEACH stands for the Progressive Efforts for the Advancement of Change in Haiti. It's a charitable outreach program within HASA that has been deactivated since 2019 because of COVID. And I really just wanted to spark it up again, especially with all the political turmoil that's been happening in the country. So over the fall semester, we raised over $6,000 to donate blankets to a local shelter called the Days in Shelter in Springfield. Me and some of my e-board members got to go to the shelter and talk to these migrants in Haitian Creole, which was really great, talk to their families, hear their stories, so that was a really great experience. We also had our first annual Peach pageant where we got to showcase different countries from the diaspora, again raise money for the Haitian Health Foundation, and the Daily Collegian actually came and covered it. It was a beautiful event. Everyone who participated really loved it, so that's been a really great work. In terms of the Students of Caribbean Ancestry, I've had a lot of roles within it. I've been the event coordinator, public relations officer, and the RSO liaison. And over my years with Students of Caribbean Ancestry, I've just seen a really big growth in representation on this campus about Caribbean students coming together. We've had a lot of really cool events, our biggest event being Juve, which is a cultural Caribbean carnival in the Southwest parking lot. We get food from Caribbean restaurants, we get music and artists that come straight out of the Caribbean islands, so that's a really great way of cultivating a piece of home on campus, which I really love. When I was in high school, I always knew I wanted to pursue something within psychology or neuroscience. I've always had an interest in that from a really young age. In terms of what specifically got me attracted to UMass, when I came for my visit, I actually had a friend who was a year above me, so I kind of shadowed her around and I talked to a lot of her friends, and I just love the fact that everyone on campus was doing something so drastically different than one another, but they still loved it so much. They were able to pursue their passion to their fullest extent, so that really opened my eyes to the resources and the opportunities that were here at UMass. So I started doing my research about CNS. I fell in love with the program in terms of the professors and the research they were doing. The neuroscience track really spoke to me and I was just really excited about applying. Once I applied, I got to know some of the professors during new student orientation, and yeah, it was just checking all the boxes that I didn't even know I had in the first place. And as a tour guide, whenever I go on tour and I get questions about CNS, I always rave about it because I always say I love the psych department, I love every single professor I've had, and I don't think every student on this campus could say that. So I've just been really lucky, I think, to gotten a really good group of professors, and I think CNS is just really great at making a home for their students, so I really have loved being here all 4 years. I am moving to North Carolina to be in the Emerging Leadership Program for Fidelity Investments, and I'm also studying for the LSATs to eventually go to law school. That was a passion that was actually ignited by Eric Cherries. I remember my first day in forensic psychology, the first thing he talked about was how there's a gap in knowledge between law and science and how psychology plays a really big role in the legal system. So that's what I'm hoping to pursue when I'm older, and yeah.